Another absolutely shambolic defensive display from West Ham, and another like a just really boring game of football as West Ham draw 1-1 with Palace. Agents of our own downfall. Um, that is so disappointing. Like I said, it was a really dull game to watch. We are a boring team. I really don't enjoy watching us play these days. And things ain't that bad, like in terms of where the club are at and what we're doing in Europe and in the league, even. But it's just really hard to watch. I was not at the game today, running around trying to find my microphones for the fan cams. I didn't get to the station till flipping kickoff. My local underground station. Walked back to watch it at home. I went fuck it, and then we just scored. I just missed our goal, which was they showed a sort of replay great from Kudus and Ward-Prowse and Soufal's on fire, mate. But yeah, it all just translates to just unenjoyable, and I could see the atmosphere in the stadium. It's flat, and it's been flat for a while. Yeah, I'm going to talk about Mavropanos. It's been flat for a while, but does that come from the performances, from the boring football, or is it a mixture of both? I don't know, man. Um, but yeah, when it comes down to it, how can the same mistakes, the same issues early on in second halves, we just come out of that dressing room. I don't know what Moyes says to him, whether he's like, yeah, you know what? I'll take it easy for the first 15, 20 minutes. Don't exert yourselves, save your energy, just chill. Is that what he's saying? Because we keep conceding early on in second halves. It is criminal. Mavropanos coming for Zuma apparently had family issues to take care of. And look, I'm not going to write off Mavropanos because of this mistake, but it was criminal, absolutely criminal what he did. We was under no pressure. They weren't even really pressing us. I mean, we're playing it out from the back, passing it along. Mavropanos has the ball, and you've got Soufal on the right there, wide open. All he has to do is pass it. Instead, he passes it back, like he does a little no-look back pass type thing. No pace on it, and gets picked up by Edouard, and Alvarez is all over the place by that point. But he's not playing the way he's facing. He's not even turning to face. So that is awful from Maverick. That is just absolutely disgraceful. There was no real threat from them, to be honest. Before that, this is a team with this ain't like regular Palace. This is a really injury depleted Palace, missing a lot of their best players, and we've lost quite a few games. And we go and put that performance out against them. Kudus is quality, man. He is such a good player, man. But it's like we're not getting to see the most of him. We're not really getting to get the full benefit of him because of just how we play football. It wasn't as bad as last, wasn't as stagnant as Burnley, but at least we won the Burnley game. But when you're sitting there, a lot of people have mentioned the subs in the chat, and I was looking, it's like getting to 80 minutes. I'm like, what's going on here? Like, how can you look at this and just think, this doesn't need a fresh pair of legs, a different approach? I don't understand it. Yeah, Fornals for Alvarez is a positive change, but why won't he play Cornet? What is wrong with Cornet? Cornet got an assist the other day. He can create and he's got pace. Why not bring Cornet into this side? I just don't get it. I just don't get why he just won't have Cornet. I think that could have been just what we needed. He could have took Alvarez off and then put Paqueta in the midfield and then had Cornet on the left. Put Bowen back on the right and Kudus in the middle. I've always said I'm not having Jared Bowen in the middle. I'd much rather see Kudus there. Kudus can hold up the ball, he can shield it. Do you know what I mean? He's strong, he can retain the ball, take players on. I don't understand why we don't play Kudus up front and let Bowen play where he's so much more comfortable on the right. And Paqueta wasn't great at all. He wasn't great, but he's being pushed out on the left. So it's weird, and like the way it's not even just Mavropanos, like the way we give away the ball so cheaply, it's just it's not good enough, you know. And ultimately, like, look, you can't blame Moyes for the Mavropanos mistake, right? He's not. That's on Mavropanos, but the fact that I think we've kept one clean sheet in the league, and that was against Sheffield United. Yeah, okay, you can look and say individual error. But at some point, this defense has to be coached. And you can't just keep writing off and go, oh, it's individual errors. Like, we can't keep making these errors. Because it doesn't matter who we play, we're going to concede. It's weird for such a boring team as we are, and such a defensive coach as Moyes is. Our defense can't keep a clean sheet. Just can't. It's so. I was 1-0 up there, and I thought, you know what? Like, we're making hard work of it. It's boring, but like 9 points in 3, like that's brilliant. Like we're climbing back up the table, back into European spots. Brilliant. And then we just throw it away. But you can't just blame Mavropanos, right? Because, yeah, okay, if Mavropanos don't make that mistake, we go on to win 1-0. But we need to be creating more. We need to be providing a lot more threat up top. There were some good balls put in, but it just weren't. We haven't really got the players to attack those crosses. Emerson had a great opportunity on the volley and scuffed it. It's just disappointing. It's disappointing, but yeah, just as a team, it's just me as a fan. I just watch the games and I'm just bored. I'm really bored. You know, I'm checking my phone and that. And there's a point near the end. I mean, you might be able to tell I didn't get any sleep last night. I'm shattered. I was literally nodding off like the 87th minute. Literally. And then we had like a half chance and it woke me up. Like, but yeah, the lack of proactiveness from Moyes to bring some players on to try and do something. You've got Mubama, you've got Cornet. No, why not bring these players on? Try and change the shape. Do something else, you know. Frustrating, very frustrating. And that's the problem. Even when we're winning these games, we can say, oh, well, you know, we were played awful against Burnley, but at least we won. That's all fine and good if you go, that's a bad day at the office. But if you keep having those, they're going to catch up with you. You're not always going to get lucky. And I said this recently, is when people say, you know, playing shit and winning is a sign of a good team. It's a sign of a lucky team to me, because you've really got to have a big element of luck to play crap and still come out with a win. We're conceding too many chances. You know, the amount of touches we're giving up in our box to the other teams compared to what we're getting in the opposition box. It's not sustainable. That's what I want to see, is that sustainability, and it's on the coaching staff and the manager to address it. He knows this ain't good enough. You know, he'll say as much, but what are you going to do to address it? You know, and that's the thing. And with the Moyes out thing, I haven't said Moyes out all season. I haven't even really considered it, because to me, you know, I'm just waiting to see what happens with the next manager when the next manager comes. I don't want to rush it. There's no point sacking Moyes unless we've got a quality replacement lined up. Otherwise, we might as well take our time this season, you know? we might as well just take our time and find the right guy. Let Steidten do his thing and then have a clean break at the end of the season. Because the way I look at it, and I've said this, Moyes on paper does not deserve to be sacked. Whether you like him or not. If we talk about deserve, he doesn't deserve to be sacked because of the job he's done. You can objectively say, yeah, at West Ham, he's done a good job. But there has to be a point where you go, right, now's the time to change things. This is the perfect opportunity. We've got as far as we can, which is far. What are we going to do now? Change managers from a position of stability. Don't wait for it to all crash and burn before you change. It is the way I look at it. But we gotta try and add a bit of spark, a bit of energy. We've got Kudus, we've got Paqueta, we've got Bowen. How are we playing such dross football, man? I'm not asking for tiki-taka, 65% possession every week, but a little bit more directness in our passing. I don't say long ball, but just quick, direct passing, being a bit sharper, more alert. It's only Kudus really that I look at and you see him get on the ball and you feel like something's going to happen. You feel like someone's going to take this game by the scruff of neck. It's going to be Kudus. So, and people say, well, if Moyes goes, who are we going to get in? That's Steidten's job to find out, man. There's thousands of managers out there. I don't want to just get the same old names, old Benitez. Nah, listen, I want a geezer that I've never heard of, but you've got the vision and seeing that, okay, like he plays this type of football. This is where we want to play as a club. These are the profile of players. This is what he can do. He's got good man coaching about him. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying with the Moyes thing. So yeah, I'm just chilling on the Moyes situation as much as I'm just really apathetic to how we're playing. I'm just bored. I'm really bored. I'm really bored, man, of watching us play football. I'd take it if we're winning, but if we don't win, it is hard to take. But no, I was like I said, I was going to the game, but I was running late trying to find the microphones for the fan cams. So I went, just fuck it, I'll just turn back. It's kickoff, and I ain't even got to my station yet. So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know how we change it. We're in December now. We're in December, and he knows we've not been playing well, but we're not changing it. There doesn't seem to be anything different happening. So I think we can play without an out-and-out striker. Just put Bowen on the right and try Kudus up top. I like Mubama. He got a lot of stick for the European game, right? That's a shout. Bowen, yeah, obviously wasn't 100% fit, but he stayed on for the full game. But yeah, Mubama, his movement gives us something that you don't get with the likes of Ings. His movement off the ball, he gets options. That is a big problem with us. I see Bowen on the ball right earlier, and he's on the ball, and he's like, who wants it? Who's available? Who's showing for the ball? Who's moving into space? Who's giving me options? We don't have that. It's just everyone just goes in their little zones. Do you know what I mean? It's like Sufal, he'll go, be on the right side on the halfway line, and then you'll have Emerson there, and Paqueta, might be cut in or whatever. But everyone's just static. No one's really trying to run a move and be an option in it. So yeah, we got to change it up. And like someone said there, put Paqueta back in his natural position. Try that. I understand why he's been playing Paqueta on the left, but it's not. I don't think it's working for him. games have been passing him by. Like he just doesn't affect the game enough out wide, Paqueta, and do what he can do. So put him back in the middle. Even Kudus on the left. Something, and then you can have Bowen on the right, Mbama up top, whatever. You know, it's games like this. You know, Souček's been in great form. He's been in great form, and yeah, he weren't even. I can't even say Souček was bad today. He definitely weren't one of our worst players. But it's just certain things is I'm seeing when he's on the ball, it's them passes a lot of the time. Every 1 out of 5 passes he'll make, and that's it. And it just fizzles out. Like he was so advanced up the pitch, like where it's a point where he's on the wing, and then you're needing him to come, put in a ball, or make that final pass. You're relying on Souček to do that, and it just cuts off our attack like that. So there's definitely a place in the squad, in the team for Souček, and a time and a place for him. But if he's starting games like today where you need to make a change and it's very stagnant, you bring him off, right? And try and have somebody else, have players that are better on the ball, that can create. Because he weren't really making too many of them late runs into the box either for the crosses that we were putting in. Like I said, brilliant crosses, absolutely brilliant crosses. And then you got like Bowen on the end of them, or Kudus, who are both, 5'8" or something. And you got someone who've got aerial threat of Souček. He was nowhere to be seen. So, yeah, bad day at the office. Mavropanos needs to have a good look at himself. It's not going to define his West Ham career, but like when you do something stupid like that, you got to take it. So yeah, disappointing. Ward-Prowse, great delivery there, great ball, diagonal ball, but again playing too deep overall to affect most of the game. So yeah, oh geez, man. This team. Well, we got the Spurs game next, which should be interesting. I'm actually looking forward to that. Because they play great football, as much as it hurts me to say, but they've got a really depleted squad. But they're still going to play expansive and attacking football, which is going to leave them exposed. So I think that game's going to have a bit of edge. I think that's going to be like a breath of fresh air to watch that, amongst all the dross we've had to watch. So I think we're in Europe again on Thursday, right? Is it we got a week off from the Freiburg game? Mbama should be starting that Freiburg game. He has to. Like I said, like it's just why, like even Roy Hodgson is bringing on the subs and subbing on strikers and that, and we're just it's the 89th minute, bring on Fornals. I don't get it. But you don't get asked these questions. You have that sycophantic bloody Pritchard or whatever does the media team for West Ham, sits there and just kisses his ass and asks him all the softball questions, which he's going to. It's the club's interview. But it just winds me up to see it's absolutely pointless having the club do their own post-match interview and ask all softball questions. Oh, well, boss, we played the better side, just got unlucky, didn't we, boss? Boss. Yeah. It's like, I don't want to hear that. Someone needs to be asking him these questions. Do you know what I mean? Why did you only make one sub today in 4 hours? Why aren't you playing Cornet? What's up with Cornet? Mbama. Where's the attacking subs? I don't know. Post-match pint is coming up. The lads are in Skegness, Butlins or something. Going to do that. So, yeah, I am shattered, as you can tell. Apologies. I feel like how we play. In fact, how we play makes me feel like this. And we got a lot of this in December. I'm so pissed. Like, Palace should have been beating these, man. What a waste to throw it away like that. Absolute joke. So yeah, that's West Ham for you. Like I said, it's overall, objectively, the season isn't going bad. We're not having a bad season, objectively, right? Where we are in the league, where we are in Europe, but it's frustrating and boring. We can all say that. Even the most positive of the positives can say this isn't fun to watch. You know, if we got a last minute winner or something, all that suffering would have paid off for a last minute bit of jubilation. But that's what I'm saying. It's not sustainable because you can't rely on that all the time. You can't rely on playing crap and getting these moments, these small moments, you know, because they might not come. You know, you can't bank on that. You need to be creating chance after chance after chance because you're going to be missing them. And I don't know why it always takes us conceding to wake us up. But we didn't even wake up till near the end when it looked desperate. And we do that a lot at home. We do that a lot. We're really stagnant. And we need to chase the game, whether we're losing or we're drawing. It's like, right, 85th minute. Shit, let's start going for it. Why? Why are you waiting to the 85th minute to do that? Where was this for the rest of the game? Absolute crap. Watch post-match pint. And yeah, hopefully we're a lot better. Hopefully we beat Spurs. We beat Spurs. All's forgiven. We've got to start playing better. Anyway, enjoy your Sundays.